Hold on to your pickaxes, it's gonna be another wild one. I'm pretty sure I failed to mention that we were doing a Secret Santa. I ended up with Alpin. Alpin is an excellent builder who has a knack for interiors. Her building style is very different from mine, and her choice of blocks often includes blocks I would never consider. So I did what any sane person would do. I went through her storage system. When I first walked in, what I saw was birds. And for just a moment, I entertained the notion of just building a gigantic bird cage with Tweety in it. But no, this is not the prank potato. Although I am curious how she managed to pull off 27 ancient debris when she's only mined 3 all season. With this information in hand, I came up with a plan. I decided to send her on a little bit of a scavenger hunt. I spent a couple days coming up with the riddles and rhymes and locations, and I wanted to kind of throw her off. I gathered all the blocks, wrote all the books, and headed back to the Christmas area. When I got there, I stopped at my train station to see this awesome train that Calvin had put in. Upon leaving, I noticed this pixel art map. This is amazing. These things take days to do. I'm impressed. I found out later it was done by Wavesy. Well done, my friend. Well done. I headed to Rusty's snow globe where we were doing the drop-offs for the gift to leave her first glue and a weathering potion because she's gonna need that later. As one of the glues returns her to the place of her first and so far only death of the season. Upon leaving, I came out to talk to the camera, as we do, and I see a Calvin stalking me. And then I saw it behind me. It's hard to miss a huge version of my own channel logo. This was clearly mine. Rocket was sending me a similar quest that I just put Alpin on. My first stop took me 4,000 blocks out, where I found I had been gifted 2 beacons, which are actually things I needed, so this was the perfect gift, whether or not he knew it. I admit I am a bit difficult to give gifts for, in Minecraft at least, because I have a tendency to build farms for anything I need. My next clue was clearly putting me to Kronk. People seem to love to leave things in his mouth. This is where I found 3 different blocks. This was exceptionally generous of him considering I know he doesn't have very much. The next clue led me to Alpin's. This contained 4 shulkers. This makes me happy. Who couldn't use more shulkers? Hilariously, the last clue led me to Gimp, which is only really funny because I almost put one of Alpin's locations on top of Gimp. I would have seen my very last gift had I done this. This whole thing was a lot of fun. I'm glad I participated. From here, I ended up going to the shopping district because I had a few things I needed to buy, a couple more totems, and then I ran across this shop. Clearly, I know who owns this. Reading over the rules and things he got here, he's essentially selling himself, including himself as a hitman. This could be very handy later. I need to AFK at the gold farm, but I just don't have the time lately, so I put a request for him to AFK for me at my gold farm. Later, I met up with Tom at my manor to talk clay order. When I got there, it appears he was trying to set up a terracotta shop without my knowledge or permission. After speaking to him with a while, it turns out he doesn't really know who's leading the clay order either, but he is being paid in diamonds. So while this is a secret organization through and through, we are being paid. So that's cool. I took him to the Mud Society Wall to show him how to revoke my netherite ingot, and he took back his trident. The only really valuable piece of information I gleaned from him was he believed it to be someone he'd never really interacted with before. I once again questioned the integrity or morality of working for an organization that won't actually tell you who's in charge, and I questioned whether or not we're actually the bad guys in this scenario, because it kind of feels like it. Clay Order so far is showing to be a mysterious clandestine group that is stealing from other members. That kind of gives bad guy feels. Not gonna lie, it feels a little bit more like a criminal organization than it does anything else. I feel like suddenly we're working for the Mafia. The Clay Mafia, which is just weird. At this point, I let Tom know I left an order for him at my shop because I need my gold farm AFK. And boy did he respond quickly. Within 2 days, he had AFK'd my gold farm and everything was completely full. I'm using a mod here to actually create gold bars and blocks because otherwise it would take ages. Considering I have 45,000 gold beacons created, yeah, this would have taken a while. Almost all this gold is going right back into the shopping district for golden apples, etc. I went straight back to Tom's shop and paid his going rate and was left very happy. And that brings us up to current time. The last 2 episodes have been really kind of unorthodox for me. If you've enjoyed the format, please let me know. I might keep doing it. But the reason why I'm out here is because I kind of wanted to show off the Christmas district. When we did the Halloween one, it was all kind of thrown together in a really a short amount of time. This was planned out for about a month in advance and things were really thought all the way through. And this turned out so good. Everything here is just fantastic. And I'm pleased as punch with how it turned out. I'm going to go into cheaty mode here. There's a lot of buildings and a lot of structures and everyone just kind of came together and it turned out just gloriously. That's a packet, a present wrapping thing. This guy interior. I just noticed it has an interior. I've not been in that building yet. Let's go check it out. Neat. Oh, I love the chandelier. That's smart. I like that. I might steal that. On the different like stations for the different. Oh yes, this is so cool. How did I not know this had an interior before? I don't know, but this is neat. But this is the kind of thing that when we all put our heads together and we work together as a group, this is the stuff that happens. The initial concept was about a month ago, but the building only took about 5 days total. It was awesome. 10/10 would do again. So we're back to the cathedral building area, and as you can see, I've cleared out many of the buildings, and there's an empty space here, and there's an empty space there, because I have plans for a lot of these spaces. We're about halfway through the season. I don't think I'm like halfway through this area build out yet, so I need to get a move on. And so we're going to start focusing on this right quick and get this built out so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. So let me get the outlines of the buildings in place, and you can see where I'm taking this. Okay, so I have everything marked out. Let me go into Cheaty Cam, because there's a few things to explain. The white boxes are boxes of houses or other things that are just there to kind of fill the space, to give it more of an atmosphere. The red ones are utilitarian. I've already got a plan for them. The ones in pink, they could be used, but I don't know what to do with them. I have ideas, but I haven't fully fleshed it out. That one started out as just being a house, and then I had an idea as I was putting it up that I might be able to use, so I put the magenta on top of it. And as you can see, there's a few buildings. Most of the buildings are the current villager buildings are completely going away. There's even some up on the mountain here. And I'm gonna dig clear back into this mountain pass. It actually goes down this direction. And there's even one over here. I think that's actually smaller than the actual build. This build is different because I'm doing the interior first before I put the walls up, just because I don't really know what it's going to look like on the outside yet. But yeah, these are the current plans, and it's a lot. A lot of these buildings are really small, but when you get lots of them, it's a completely different thing. So it's cool. I'm looking forward to this. So that's where we're at. That's the plan for this area. I think we're going to call this episode here. It's been kind of a wild ride. Thank you for everyone who's stuck through it and is here with the end. And I appreciate every one of you. Click like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that fun stuff that every YouTuber says. I really appreciate it a lot. And I will see you again soon. Goodbye for now.